Hi, my name is EJ Massa. Say, I've been asleep for several months. Now that I'm awake, I'm gonna review a camera. It's the Lumix LX whatever the fuck. It's LX100, Panasonic's new compact camera. This camera is the direct competitor of the Sony RX100 Mark III, the camera I reviewed previously. How does it stack up to that camera? Well, it's got 4K video, so it wins. The end. Okay, fine. I'll do more. First of all, it has a special multi-aspect sensor. That's marketing speak for the lens doesn't cover all of the sensor. But that's okay because it still has a larger sensor area than most compact cameras in that price range. Speaking of the lens, it's a bright Leica lens, 24 to 75mm range with an aperture range of 1.7 to 2.8. That means you'll get some nice lower light shots and some decent bokeh too. Hey, here's a fun fact. Did you know that bokeh is Japanese for lens sex creamy? I didn't know that. I guess the Japanese and I have more in common than I thought. What was that? On the wide end of the lens, you have a focusing distance of like 3 centimeters. That way you can get really close to your subject. Kind of like how I got real close to your sister. I might omit that. It's slightly bigger than the RX100, so it's not as pocketable. But it's easier to hold and it feels much more solid. It even has a little grip, which is great for people who have clumsy banana hands like me. That's why they call me Old Banana Hands. These are my old banana hands. Definitely not holding old bananas. You can tell this camera's professional because it has so many dials. It has a dial for shutter speed, a dial for exposure compensation, aperture ring, and to set the aspect ratio. The only thing it doesn't have is a dial to make my mom proud of me. It doesn't matter how many times I spin it, it doesn't do anything. The EVF is okay. It's better than the RX100 Mark III in my opinion, but it could be a little bigger for my stupid fat eyes. Here's a pro tip. If you want to film in 4K, the camera takes a crop of the preview area, so you only know what you're filming until you hit the record button. The way to fix this is to go into the menu, find the record area setting, and switch it to video mode. Now it'll display exactly what you record in 4K. The LX100 doesn't have an internal flash, but it comes with an external one, you know, if you care. I think this camera's pretty great, but it does have its flaws. One, it doesn't have a flippy screen, so how am I supposed to take selfies? It also lacks a touchscreen, but that doesn't bother me too much. I like using buttons anyway. You can solve both these problems with the Panasonic app for your phone. I'm filming the phone screen with the camera screen. One baffling inclusion is this art filter button. I mean, they could have easily put a function button and I could have assigned like dog noises to it. It's a little thing and it's not the end of the world.
Because the end of the world will come when the symbol is complete.
Whoa. Let's just take a look at some video footage. All this footage was taken at 4K and down converted to 1080p. Many people say 4K is overkill, why shoot in 4K? And I agree for the most part, but sometimes it helps to shoot in 4K and crop it in post. Like with these birds, I can crop it and get a lot closer framing and not lose any detail. One thing I noticed on my journeys this week is that people are really obsessed with my dad's skeleton. I saw my dad's skeleton on a mailbox, I saw my dad's skull on a stick, and I saw what the fuck is going on here. Oh look, asshole no wait, no, butterflies. 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 Holy shit, a big butterfly! I went to a place with a lot of butterflies, okay? Fuck. Here's a leaf bug climbing on a stick bug. They're trying to make a bug tree. For slow-mo, your only option on this camera is 1080p at 60 frames per second. America. Now let's take a look at the photo taking capabilities. I think this camera takes awesome pictures for its size. Plus, since I like shooting manual, all the dials really help. I'm pretty sure these are Pokemon, and they're growing Pokemon. The autofocus is surprisingly snappy. You can catch bugs real quick, and these cakes. These are some fast cakes. This is really the compact camera I've been waiting for. It takes great 4K video, it's got a solid construction, a larger sensor, the Leica lens, and it takes great pictures. But if you prefer a flippy screen and a built-in ND filter and a smaller body, then you know what, maybe you should go with the RX100 Mark III. But it's really just, it's personal preference. So in conclusion, they just fit all of the best stuff about the GH4 into a smaller body. In fact,
The symbol is now complete. Prepare for eternal darkness.
Hey, I caught these butterflies trying to fuck these bananas. Yeah, butterflies, you fuck those bananas.